I think
one of the funny things that happened too was when Mama got married. We got married at our old house down there.
The house in Rockingham County.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We went out on a Saturday, I think it's Saturday morning, and me and her and Mr. Gray, I was just small, went out to somewhere Reedsville to get something, I don't know what. Anyway, we come back by and this old colored woman had an old house over there near Wentworth. She had just oodles of flowers out there and planted in rows, you know. They were pretty. They had gladiolus and stuff like that. And I said, Louis says, let's stop and get some flowers. So I want to get some flowers for the wedding.
Yeah.
So we stopped and got flowers. And the old woman, she says, oh, what are you getting all these flowers for? And Louis told us, says, well, I'm fixing to get married. Says, I'm going for the wedding. Oh, Lord, it's too hot to get married. Yeah, bro, that just gets in there.
I don't know what she's going. We're going to wait.
Tell them about the punch you drank, don't you?
Yeah.
Tell them about that.
Too hot to get married. If that's the biggest concern about getting married, that's okay.
Well, this was I guess in 1943 or 4, somewhere along there. Your dad didn't have to tell you what the year it was. It's somewhere along about there, 42 or something.
It was June 30th. It's coming up. Didn't they get married June 30th?
Well, we don't know what year it was.
I know, but June 30th is right here in several days.
Yeah, close. Yeah, about that. It's hot weather and flowers was blooming good. I remember that. Anyway, they were going on with the wedding, and back in those days, you had great old big dish pans you used to wash dishes or whatever, you know. And if you had something big you was doing, you'd pour this dishwater out and clean the pan real good and make punch in it, whatever you wanted to do. And so I knew Mama made some punch at night for the wedding, you know, stuff like that. And I sneaked in at night. We had kerosene lamps. You couldn't see. We didn't have a light in the kitchen anyway. They had a light in one room, and then they had the other lights in the where they was getting married at in the living room. And I sneaked me a cup out. I was going to get me some punch, and dipped it in and got it out. And started. That was one that hadn't changed. I never will forget that one.
Those are the days. That mistake won't happen these days, probably.
No, that was one. That's one of the 100 lap.
Well, you know, these days they might drink something they don't really need, like a liquor or get drunk. At least you didn't do that.
Yeah.
But that was the thing I remember real good. And
how did she feel about your mom getting married?
oh well, she had no quarrel with that.
Getting married.
She liked your daddy.
Yeah.
We never did know him very much, see, because he was in Greensboro too, but I mean, I guess he did visit a time or two, I guess. I'm sure. I can't remember too much about that.
Your mom probably, your mom. My mom probably really loved the city life in Greensboro, do you think?
She was.
Liked the city life in Greensboro.
Oh.
Did she ever say anything?
Well, she never did say too much about that either way. I remember one time I was a kid, I was still young, and I went home with her one time and stayed up there when they had an apartment down there right close to the Bell Telephone. In fact, the building is still down there, believe it or not. They jacked it up and saved the building. It was an apartment. It was 210 Blandwood Avenue.
Oh, I'll have to look it up.
And it's
210 Blandwood Avenue.
Yeah, and they moved it from there and put the jail there, the new jail's there.
Oh.
And then brought it right around the corner there and put it on Washington Street. It's sitting there waiting to be moved to somebody wherever, I reckon it's waiting to be moved to somebody's place, I don't know. But anyway, I went up there and stayed with her a week. And they had a part with her and Nadine Novi, and at that time I don't believe Ann might have been married at that time, I'm not sure.
So 210 Blandwood, is that where that building is now?
That's where it used
After
to
the
be.
move, or is that before it was moved?
No, it's sitting there now waiting. It's been moved off of where it was at.
To 210 Blandwood.
Yeah, to put the big jail there. They got a new jail there, and
Okay.
And it's sitting around down Washington Street right now. As
Oh,
far as I
Washington
know, I
Street.
think it's gonna be moved from there because it's sitting up on high blocks. But they did save it. I don't know if the woman that saved it, but they did.
I wish I could be there to see it, just to take a picture of it.
It was you know what, I think I kept that picture, I kept that paper and gave it to Kirby, but I don't know what he done with it. This was years ago, a few years ago.
Yeah, they were moving it, and they had it on wheels, I think, for the
That
picture.
was it, yeah.
I got to go back and find that, because sometimes I don't know what I'm looking at when he's got that paper, and I
Yeah.
see, I don't know what that is.
Well, that's what it was. It was two apartments there, right side by side.
Kind of like an oversized house. It was like a house, was it?
Yeah, and it had a door here and a door here, and I think pews. I don't know if you ever used the pews or not. They used to come down after you. I know you've heard your dad.
Lloyd Pugh. Lloyd Pugh?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, Miss Pugh owned or run the place there. I owned it or something anyway. That's who she rented from. I think. And I might be mixed up on that. It might not have been a house, but I think it was.
Okay.
And I remember an old dead tree in the backyard back there where the house was at. So old woodpeckers, you know, real nest in there, cut holes and real nest.
Kirby was working at the King Cotton Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sent him a paper about that too, I think.
Yeah, they blew that down, you know, destroyed it. It got, well, that was a mistake too. That was due to racial things, you know, and they got to rent it to a bunch of black students up there. They got to throwing stuff out the windows on people and on policemen and stuff like that. And they finally just declared a nuisance and blowed it down.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was a nice hotel. It was supposed to be probably the most modern one up there, fireproof and everything.
Yeah, because I think Dad started off like a delivery boy or something, but then eventually he became some type of banquet manager for the place, I think.
I remember seeing some type of picture of it at your business on the wall.
Yeah.
You have a picture.
Yeah, there he is up there. There's a picture of it, yeah.
I started to ask you a while ago if those pictures I put in those frames for you,
Yeah.
was one of them the brown wood?
One was that and one was Sedgefield Inn over there, which at the time Mr. Daddy worked there, Mr. Duke, Haywood Duke managed it too. I had a picture, these come off of postcards, and I had them put on pictures, and I had the First Presbyterian Church and the O. Henry Hotel, King Cotton Hotel, and the Sedgefield Inn, and it seemed like there was one other one I had. I wanted one of the bus stations down there before they tore it down, but I never was able to get a postcard to the bus station.